Oh my. Hey guys, before I begin the video, I want to say that 100% of my subscribers watch my videos. So if you're watching this, don't ruin that ratio. Alright, let's get serious and talk about Tyrese Maxey. So Tyrese Maxey is a 6'2", 20-year-old point guard that was drafted 21st overall by the Philadelphia 76ers in 2020. During the season, he averaged about 8 points per game and 2 assists per game, while shooting about 46% from the field. He only shot about 30% from 3, but however, he did show great touch from the line at 87%. Now you might be looking at the numbers and say, hey, those aren't superstar numbers, and I'd agree with you, definitely. Now despite his humble numbers, he actually had a great rookie year in my opinion, where he flashed superstar potential, which I'll get into in the next clips. First, we need to talk about Tyrese Maxey's go-to shot. This is like his bread and butter. You cannot separate Maxey and his floater. It's just not possible. He loves using this shot, especially coming off a pick and roll and speeding downhill against defenders. And he has elite touch with this shot. And man, look at the arc on that shot. Like if that was Yao Ming, he'd still float it like 100 feet above his head anyway. Tyrese Maxey is also a very shifty player that is quick on his feet, which allows him to elevate quickly while shooting and get shots off before the defense can block the shot. His quickness also allows him to quickly stop on a dime and get a really good change of pace in order to throw up the defender and put up a shot. Notice how he stops and fakes so well that he sends defenders flying in the air. See you later, Campazzo. As much as Maxey loves his floater, the coaching staff has asked him to diversify his shot profile and continue improving. More specifically, Maxey's been working on taking less mid-range shots and more shots in the paint. In fact, since about March 20, Maxey has increased his attempts at the rim from about 29% to 42%. As these clips show, Maxey has tremendous finishing ability. Whether it's Giannis or some other big men, he takes it to the rim with so much energy and is absolutely fearless. He's got great body control and is strong enough to absorb contact while still making the shot. Also, pay attention to how many times he scores off of a pick and roll. He loves the pick and roll action, and he's actually in the top 25% of NBA players when it comes to scoring in points per possession off of a pick and roll. Let's talk about Maxey's shooting, which is usually a popular topic, unfortunately, for some Sixers players. Earlier in the season, his form wasn't perfect. He had some awkward leg movement after a shot and didn't always jump vertically when shooting, which doesn't help balance. Furthermore, his release point was sometimes low. Now, in games later in the season, it was clear that he had worked on his shot. His shot was overall more compact and had better overall leg positioning and balance. Although he shot only about 30% from 3, his touch, especially from his floater, and his 87% free throw percentage give hope that his shot will come around eventually. In fact, his coach Doc Rivers has been quoted saying, "He's working on it. What we've seen in practice, he makes them." I think he's at 28-29% right now. We're trying to get that up. But he's a better three-point shooter than his numbers. Next, let's talk about his defense. While he isn't a household name on the defensive end so far, he's definitely shown a lot of potential. He's very quick on his feet and is able to make sure that players stay in front of him. Now take a look at these next few plays. He even has the quickness to stay with Trae Young and send his shots flying back. And Maxey has even said he's worked and learned a lot from Matisse Thybulle in terms of defensive plays. And that's clear here where, similar to Thybulle, he blocks a lot of shots from behind. And so I think besides defense and shooting, which I think will come along smoothly eventually, I think he needs to work in terms of his playmaking and shot creation. I think he can be a little bit more like Trae Young in terms of finding his role man and sending up teammates. Although maybe with a little less showboating. And also again, just making sure that he's taking the right shots and he's not forcing things early in the shot clock. And perhaps one of the most striking things about Maxey is just his passion and his work ethic. It's very clear that he loves the game of basketball and he wants to get a lot better. And this is echoed by numerous quotes that he has, as well as just players and coaches. So overall, I think Tyrese Maxey had a really good rookie year campaign. And you could already see that he's made so many improvements throughout this season, whether it's his shooting or his defense. And I think he'll continue making those improvements next season, and he's going to be a much overall better player. And I honestly think a lot of his success is just rooted in terms of his reps, in-game reps. Because right now he's only playing about 15 minutes per game. And partially because he's a rookie, which doesn't really make much sense, because I think that if you're a good player, I think that you should be able to get to play and get more opportunities, especially if you're helping the team win. But I do think next year will present itself more opportunities for himself, and he'll be able to get those reps. And I think he's going to have a really good year. And I think with all the tools that I've mentioned in these clips, I really think that he has the potential to be a star one day. So if you like content like this, please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.